At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 300 programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
This is the Out of Blue podcast. Listen anywhere you get your podcast.
That looks really good.
No, he good. That motherfucker don't miss, man.
The best things in life happen out the blue.
Right here, nigga. This right here, nigga. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Yeah. What it do, man? It's the Mastermind, Chris Blue.
And your favorite girl of all time, Zabria.
And you're tuned into the Out the Blue podcast, the podcast where the conversation literally appears out the blue. What it do, man?
I'm scared of the thunder.
Yeah, it's actually thundering and lightning and all types of
Y'all, I'm back.
while we're recording the show today.
Never
But yeah,
left, but I'm back at it.
right. It's just been a little minute, but yeah, man, you know that happens.
It's life.
And you know,
But we didn't stop. We ain't quitting.
yeah, we're not quitting. Of course not. That's not even an option. In fact, we're doing some great upgrades, as you can see, because now we have a sound bar, man. Ain't that some shit?
Mm-hmm. Comment down below if you think I should control the sound bar. Soundboard.
That's what I think of that shit. But yeah, man. I like this.
I think the people prefer me to be the host instead of you, and they prefer me to have the soundboard.
And this is what I think of that.
Ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
All right. What else we got?
Anyway.
What else we got?
Well, anyway, babe, what you been up to?
And you know what I'm saying? Out here
Besides
serving the base.
upgrading.
You know what I'm saying? It's just me. You know? But yeah, you saw that shit. Nah, man, I've been tired as fuck. But I'm out here thugging it though. It sound like goddamn a monsoon outside, y'all.
And it's like, where did the rain come from?
Well, this couldn't be the first thing we talk about. It is hot as shit in North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen.
The devil took his ass crack and did this. I'm talking about in it.
Yep.
What sound effect you got for that?
I don't know what the hell I got for that. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's so hot, but luckily,
Actually, I got a perfect one. Ain't that perfect?
Yeah, for your jokes, probably. Anyway, it's been so hot.
Hot as shit. It was so hot that like.
But what was it so hot like?
It's been so. It felt like I was in Miami for a little while.
It did.
It was hot.
It does actually. I told my mom, I said, "This is what it feels like in Miami."
Except it's a little more muggy than Miami. Miami is like.
And there's nowhere to seek shelter in Miami.
It's intoxicatingly hot, my nigga. Like it's so hot that it's hard to even get a grip of what's going on. Hopefully this doesn't cut out while we're in the middle of recording.
Why would you say that?
I mean, just in case it actually happens, you just never know. Yeah.
Okay, well, yes, it has been extremely hot. But you know what else? Okay, I was going to try to transition. Wait, hold on. But you know what else is catching heat?
Who else is catching heat, babe?
The out-of-pocket Kroger's. Fuck.
Yeah, try it again. Try again.
But you know what else is catching heat?
What else is catching heat, babe?
Man, The TikTok by the name of Black Mona Lisa went viral showing off some bare minimum Juneteenth desserts at an Atlanta location at Kroger's. And I did see that. Mind you, I'm just dyslexic and can't read word from word sometimes.
Yeah.
But I did see that, babe. And I
Shit
wanted
crazy.
to say, little to no effort was put into those cakes.
None.
Probably none, yeah.
Mm.
Free at last.
Yeah, the ad sign is what did it. I think and the fact that it's like, and
it's
the
not
fact
funny, but
that it was like smeared, like the actual
somebody was writing it like on the table.
Yeah, like the hand breast, and they try to get it back right.
Or they might have mistake, like wrote and like tucked it up and did this.
Yeah. Let me rewrite. Let me get that shit straight.
It smudged it all. I'm like,
yeah, no, that shit was bad. What she's talking about is at Kroger, and yeah, good try, babe. At Kroger, basically, first of all, happy Juneteenth to everybody. Hold on, yeah.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Happy Juneteenth to everybody. I hope you had a great Juneteenth. Yeah, I hope you did some Baltimore shit. Sometimes they get too shallow, you feel me? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Clap if I'm deep.
Not around here, partner. Not around here. Not around here. I ain't believing it, man. It's not moving me.
Okay. Well, anyway, as you were saying about the Kroger cakes.
Yeah.
I want to know what employee was who did it.
Yeah, who job was it to make that? And I really feel like what happened was the manager came and was like, we don't have any decorations for Juneteenth, and it's a federal holiday. And I'm pretty sure it was in the area where
you think this was a last minute thing?
I definitely think it was a last minute thing. I definitely think it was. Now, if they had time to come up with that maybe I'm stalling them out.
You do be stalling people out sometimes.
Yeah, maybe I'm stalling them out.
Yeah.
Because if they had time to do that.
I'm going to say this. My brother used to work at Dairy Queen, and they would make him decorate the cake because he has like really, really good penmanship. But people would come in and get a cake, right? Buy a cake, and they'd be like, can you write this on it real quick? Happy birthday, Jason. It takes like 5 minutes.
I would definitely. My mom, I know I've done that before with my mom.
Yeah, so it's like, I just don't think there was no excuse.
Yeah, it's no excuse. The shit was ass. But I definitely think that it was to social media called it disrespectful, lazy, and a mockery of Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. I just think they just didn't give a damn. I think it was a here damn, and they kind of just threw that shit together, basically. I don't think
So you don't think that can coincide into it being a mockery of Juneteenth? Oh,
absolutely. I think two things could be true at one time. I think that it is definitely a mockery of Juneteenth, but they didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
It sure didn't.
It's Kroger. Kroger's a chain.
I don't even shop. We don't have Krogers here.
It's no Kroger here.
We don't live in Fayetteville.
Right. There ain't no Kroger where we at.
No.
Right.
We don't have Krogers. We have World Market.
Are you sure?
Search if you don't believe me, but
we got Harris Teeter. I keep thinking Harris Teeter, and that's just the same.
We don't have Kroger, so either way, I don't support my money. Don't go there that way.
Right. That's what we're saying. Unless you want to sponsor the podcast, then we can work something out, Kroger.
You can't just say that and then.
Yeah, Kroger ain't living in the past. We can.
So if they're not looking into the past, you gonna forgive them for their cakes monstrosity?
Why I'm trying to get us paid.
I'll be quiet.
Damn.
Oh here we go again.
Anyway. As I was saying, the soundboard is a good. Tell me that comment below if the soundboard isn't a good effect to this, man.
And then someone on TikTok's gonna be like, bro, this bad.
Oh yeah, in fact.
He don't even like me for real.
In fact, nah, TikTok they be on our ass.
They be on our ass. They be on me. On me. They be on me.
What was that?
I got passionate. They be on me.
You turn Jewish nigga? Me.
He didn't mean that to the Jews.
That was I'm saying they got accents.
Not really.
I got an accent.
You
Did
sure
they do a Southern accent? It ain't up. Hell.
Anyway, what do y'all think about it? Do y'all think it was last minute, or do you think they prepared them cakes overnight and they let it sit out for the next day?
Yeah. Apparently, when the lady from TikTok, who shout out Black Dot Mona Lisa, when she came back, she revisited the store. The desserts were gone, but she still side-eyed the lack of better replacements. Yeah.
The desserts was only gone because they've complained.
Oh, Kroger says some Kroger admitted that the cakes were not up to standard and removed them from the shelves. They also reached out to that TikToker directly.
And said what?
I don't know what they said.
What could you say?
Right. My bad for up the kids. You tell them black people get off my ass, please, because we still need niggas to shop at our stores. So.
Anyway, Publix is where it's at. You might have got mixed up by Publix.
Yeah, well, no, I got mixed up with Harris too.
I need to stop sleeping on Publix.
Publix got this. If you want some
sandwiches,
you can eat there. You can go there and sit in there and eat.
Yeah.
Publix is.
Yeah.
Now, what I realize is that a lot of people don't know about these stores. Right. So Publix is basically like Walmart for upper crust people.
It's like Harris Teeter, but a step above Harris Teeter.
So you would say Walmart, Harris Teeter, Publix, Wegmans.
My mama loves Wegmans.
Wegmans is.
I never been.
Wegmans is crazy expensive.
I never been to Wegmans, but my mom loves. I don't know why she likes it so much. I never been. So
they got some. They got random ass in there. They got like raccoon knuckles, like shit, like you would never expect. Like they got like shark meat and in there. And they got the regular too, but they got this like
exotic
aged Gouda, like that.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess they'd be at the top, but Walmart's gonna be at the bottom.
Yeah, and Target's at the bottom. Target, you hear we Target, ass niggas. Y'all, hope y'all keep losing that money.
Babe, what happened to you not on the podcast as much anymore?
We bleeping it. We bleeped it. Yeah, because we bleeping it. Right. Okay. All they gonna hear is win. Actually, I was thinking about.
I said you should put that on the sound.
Yeah, I was okay thinking about doing it like that. Why don't we play some more? Why don't we play some more sound effects?
Hey yo, what the?
Leave that, huh?
This ain't a movie, dogs.
Come on, man. Anyway, next thing that we're going to talk about on the podcast, I saw this and I had to tell you about this because I want to know how would you have reacted considering that we just recently had you just recently had your first flight experience, babe. So this next story is about some that went down on a Southwest flight. A 32-year-old woman, I ain't going to say her name, but she basically lost it over losing her seat.
Why you don't say her name?
Because I don't think it is, but I don't think it matters. But whatever. Leanna Perry. This was Leanna Perry. So, Miss Leanna Perry, you know what you did out there. Stop around. For real.
All right, what'd she do?
She got upset because she was sitting next to a fat passenger and started body shaming the passenger. Then after that, Perry allegedly snatched the woman's hair, screamed profanities at her, and even spat on her multiple times. Other passengers and staff tried to calm her down.
The video
Yeah, I seen the video. The video's even crazy. Can't have the video out here, but she kept wilding, kicking, crying, cursing out everybody in the aisle. Eventually had to be restrained and was removed from the flight on a stretcher. Southwest Airlines confirmed Perry was banned and praised their staff for handling the madness. And after the internet went off, Perry deleted her Instagram and locked her Twitter. No public statement yet from her side. Listen, man, in the goddamn air is not the place to start, man. I know I've been mad as hell. I'd have been, boy. I'd have been mad as hell, nigga. What?
Ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
What have been your reaction, especially being that?
I'm thinking about it now,
and so what? Your first flight, motherfucker, started wilding out. First of all, you spit on me. We ain't flying.
Nobody going nowhere.
Yeah, this finna be a lot.
Put myself back in that headspace of me being on the plane,
nigga.
I'm gonna be like, Well, you know my mouth. But I just don't know what I would say. I would like, first of all, what's going on?
Stupid ass
do we got to get off
bitch.
the plane first
Stupid
now?
ass.
I don't do the not say shit. So do we have to leave now? Or is she just tripping on somebody because they about to fight? Now, if it's a fight, I'm looking for it.
No. I would be with that. I'd be with that. If we won't in the air, like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
in the air.
Yeah, like
or were they about to take off?
Let me see. Yeah, it don't say. It just says that she was sitting next to they said a plus size passenger, and then started body shaming the passenger. Either way, like, get that out of here.
After a certain point, I'm gonna be like. And side note, does he have a dog that lives beside us? Because I be hearing a dog bark all the time.
Nigga, we podding.
Okay. Yeah, we are.
You're right. I don't know.
Because I be hearing a dog bark, but I know it wasn't the dog across.
Right.
Because I checked the camera and I didn't hear it.
No, it's his fault. Hey, y'all didn't know, man. Goddamn, Zabria, boy.
Babe, please don't start with me. Please.
Boy.
Boy, what?
Zabria is one of the nosiest individuals that I've ever met in my life. Like, look at her. Metaphorically and physically.
Because you the same nigga that okay.
Look at you. Look at you.
I'm gonna let you have it. But you nosy as well. You the one that showed me how to use the Ring camera and showed me how to.
Yeah, because we live together. You should be able to see what's going on around our domain at any time.
Anyway,
you ain't even cool with the cameras if we're going to talk about it.
I don't want cameras in my private space as far as my bedroom and my bathroom. I don't mind it in the living room now.
Man, I want a camera everywhere.
Still, I'll be like, damn, am I being watched? Because I do be getting watched.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I don't want to feel like I'm being watched.
Tough.
And this wasn't even a discussion.
You see, God is watching us all the time. He and his holy name has been watching us the entire time. You have no issues with him watching us. And I was made in his image.
He protects us.
I protect us. Hell.
They don't use the Lord name in vain.
How's that vain?
Blasphemy.
How's it blasphemy?
Well, anyway, I'm just joking, babe. But moral of the story is, don't be saying I'm the most nosiest person you've ever met, because nigga, you're nosy as fuck. I could tell him a person that I just don't like, and the next thing you know, he found him on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, ready to message the person, and all of a sudden,
I want to know where the ops at.
But I'm nosy, and I'm the investigator, and I'm the nosiest person ever.
Put it this way: if some shit went down outside this crib, Bria's the first person on it.
Call me your protector.
Man, anyway, all right, but yeah, in the damn air is definitely not a place just to have a moment, and I will honestly get on your ass. If that was me on the plane, I probably would have something to say.
And now I'm sure she's like on a no flight list. Like, what's it called? No fly?
No fly list?
Yeah.
Because what the hell? You spitting on my first of all.
What?
If the spit even touches me, gang, it's going to be a issue in this. And I ain't the most gangsters nigga, but spit, nigga?
Trifling.
Come on, man. What we doing?
Now I need a tetanus shot.
Right, what are we doing? Circle, dot.
What?
Nothing. Anyway,
circle, dot.
Next thing up on the list, man.
It's going crazy outside.
Yeah, it's going crazy. But we have an update on Karmelo Anthony, not Hoodie Mello for those people.
See, I wasn't thinking him. I thought Karmelo.
Karmelo? Karmelo?
The boxer.
Canelo Alvarez, who is gonna get his ass beat by Bud Crawford on September 13th in Las Vegas. I'm watching the fight. Hey, and we streaming the fight. Make sure that you tap in. And if I can around it, nigga, to get tickets somehow before that fight comes up, we uprooting everything and going, nigga. Hold on, I need some. Nigga, we uprooting everything and going, nigga. The hell you mean? But yeah, she was talking about Canelo, as you were saying.
Yeah, I thought that it was him. So when I sent it to you this morning, I'm like, But I forgot he's Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He's Hispanic and he looks white.
And then you said
Karmelo Anthony?
Yes.
Carmelo.
The basketball player.
Is the basketball.
So it's not him. So I don't even know who this nigga is.
Yeah. He is a 17-year-old boy that has been indicted on first-degree murder and the stabbing death of a fellow student named Austin Metcalf. This thing kind of popped off a few months ago, but it was kind of like people didn't know what was happening and didn't really want to say anything happening. But basically, long story short, is Austin and his brother was bullying Karmelo, and Karmelo stabbed him and killed him.
Austin was bullying his brother.
Austin and his twin brother was bullying Karmelo. Well, the rumor is, allegedly, that Austin and his twin brother and some other people were bullying Karmelo before the stabbing, and that is what led.
So did he just stab him one time or multiple times?
Based on what we have,
I stabbed a nigga in the thigh, and then he bled to death because I punctured his artery or something.
Yeah, some shit.
I
don't think that he. I don't fucking. We potting. I don't give a damn. I don't think that he stabbed him a bunch of times. Karmelo Anthony
video
stab. No, I ain't no video.
Oh, he was white.
Yeah, he stabbed a white guy. Honestly, that's probably why it's news. First degree murder. Case struck a nerve. This ain't showing
It
me
said
shit.
something about the stab facts. Wait, babe, go back to the Google search.
Yeah, it didn't. I didn't type his name out.
That's why it's probably confused. And then it said
But it's the same
stab
one.
facts.
Where you see stab facts at?
When you was typing, it said stab facts when you was typing, but you just went to stab. Let's know the facts of the stabbing. Yes.
Pulled out once in the chest. He stabbed him once.
See?
Yeah. So
does that make a difference now?
No, not to me.
Okay.
But I'm let's get the facts out there. Austin's father, Jeff Metcalf, expressed that while he's relieved the case is progressing, no justice will bring his son back. That is true. On the other hand, Karmelo's lawyer and family maintain his innocence, claiming he acted in self-defense and that the full story has not been told yet, which is good because that's what the court of law is for. They've launched a Give, Send, Go campaign to help cover legal and emotional costs. This stirred up online. Look at you. See?
No, that's the second time I done did that.
God damn it, Ben. Now we gotta see to kick the camera. See? God damn. I am.
See, why you gotta cuss me out every time?
Anyway.
Shit that y'all don't see.
Yeah, I don't be doing that.
So how do you feel about it?
Yeah. He's currently on house arrest. And yeah, man, we don't have all the facts to the case, so we don't know. But if he was being bullied, I don't like bullies, and I wouldn't be a good person to have on the stand because I would probably get recused.
I'm not gonna say that.
What?
No.
Oh, you gonna get canceled? You want me to say it?
It looked like he would bully somebody.
He did look like that.
And I would know because I went to a school that had people just like that who looked like them, and they were bullies.
Yeah, man.
But I don't want to judge a book by its cover.
Do not want to judge a book by its cover. But yeah, he was a football player. Yeah. That's the dude he stabbed right there. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not gonna assume anything because we don't know anything. But I do want to keep an eye just on some Out the Blue podcaster. I want to keep an eye on what happens in this case because I believe that if Karmelo gets charged with first degree murder in this case and goes to jail, it will basically be a polar opposite of what happened in the Kyle Rittenhouse thing a few years ago, where basically it was some riots happening and Kyle went to a town over with someone else's gun and killed some people and never got charged for anything. So, and he was white. And
he was white.
Right. That was a whole thing.
Killed a white man.
Right. That was a whole thing. And yeah. So, and he didn't get charged for anything. So I'm definitely curious to see how this case turns out because I have my own feelings of how it's going to go. But
I think it's going to go.
I think they're going to find him guilty because they don't give a damn about what happened. The story doesn't matter. In situations like this.
Okay.
Yeah. In situations like this, the story doesn't matter. I think that they're gonna throw the book at him just cause. I definitely think that it's some. But I don't have all the facts, and I have is a bunch of racist on social media talking about it. So
what they saying?
Yeah, they saying like he's a killer, he's a murderer, he's a nigger, he's all this. Like, yeah. You know how that shit.
So it's bound to happen.
Right, exactly. Lock him up, he's nothing but a thug, blah blah blah. We don't know about this dude. And he's 17. So there's that. Yeah, man. But we'll see what happens with that. One more. No, we actually have two more things. So, Diddy, man. It's coming down to the wire.
Diddy, man.
Diddy, man. Diddy, man. We covered Diddy a bunch of times here, so I'm gonna save the song and dance of it. But it's coming down to the wire, man.
Mm-hmm.
The defense basically said the prosecution arrested, and Diddy said he's not going to take the stand or none of that, which I think, in my opinion, is a mistake. He's not gonna take the stand, and
why is it a mistake?
I just feel like in any time where you're charged with a crime, you should take the stand. I don't understand why people, especially celebrities,
put all their faith in the lawyers and the attorneys to defend.
Yes, you need to tell your own story. And Diddy, in my opinion, could have got out in front of all of this if he just jumped out there and said, "Hey, man, I'm just a freaky ass nigga," which we all know. Because the stuff that, because they did drop some charges today, the shit that they didn't think that they could prove, but the shit like sex trafficking and things like that, transportation for prostitution, racketeering, things like that, he could have threw himself on the sword if he got understand and like and or justified, like hearing it from his point of view. But what I've seen in like cases like this over the years, that they rarely take the stand. Maybe because they think social media is gonna do what they can with that,
jumble it up and do what they want to do with it.
Yeah, but you're not even allowed to record this trial. So I don't understand why he wouldn't take the stand, especially considering that I don't think the defense has done a great job with any of this that I've seen, but I haven't watched any other trial.
I only see what's on TikTok. I know it sounds very 21st century to say, but I'm just
he's
going to prison. I just don't know how long, and that's what it really boils down to. Or he might not.
I think he's going.
I think if R. Kelly went, he's going to go.
Yeah, I definitely think so, because I just don't see. And honestly, I'm biased. I can be honest with that. I just don't see how the hell he would get away with this. If, well, allegedly, because he still hasn't been convicted of anything. But yeah, man, I think that he just either he feels like they got this locked up and that the prosecution did a terrible job, or he just feels like he just not gonna get charged or anything.
Right.
And either way is both of which is a mistake to me. I just don't see a situation to where he gets out of this scot free. You feel me?
Yeah.
He told the judge, "It's my decision with my lawyers." His team did not call a single witness. Instead, entered text messages in the evidence, mainly from ex-girlfriends, including Cassie and another woman using the name Jane. These messages, they argue, showed the encounters were consensual, referring to them as freak nights, freak offs, or hotel nights. Diddy's lawyer also pushed the motion to have the case dropped altogether, claiming the prosecution failed to prove he coerced anyone and that the women involved were capable and willing participants, even if the situations were messy or violent. I think it's going to come down to just proving Diddy's power.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not as cut and dry as they said yes and that's it. Yeah. There's a lot of power dynamics that went into this shit. And honestly, considering that he was a multi-millionaire, probably a billionaire, you don't know how long those tentacles may have been.
Right.
And we could just be framing it a certain way. But we don't know, man. We're going to see. We're on jury watch.
All we got to do is stay tuned.
What you think going to happen?
There's a girl that I like to watch. Well, when I do watch podcasts besides our own. But she also does the visuals like we do too. And she also eats as she does it. Rotten Mango, a.k.a. Stephanie Sue. She's actually one of the journalists who's able to sit every day in the trial.
Yeah, her and Lauren LaRosa is the ones I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them.
So I really just get my reports from them. Whatever they post, I watch or listen to.
Yeah. Well, last guess. For probably the next time we put out an episode, we're gonna probably have an answer. But is he going or he ain't going
to jail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he in jail. Is he getting convicted?
He ain't getting out now. No. If R. Kelly didn't get out, he's not getting out.
Life?
No, I don't think life, because like they just said, if they really cannot prove that she was coerced,
yeah,
that's kind of hard to prove because it's really her word against his. Well, he's not really giving his word, so it's kind of hard to prove.
Right.
But
that should be the remote.
Shall I be nosy? He's at the door.
Oh God. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do it anyway. I think it was him.
The remote.
Yeah. So I accidentally washed the remote in the washing machine.
Crazy.
It was an accident, but they ordered a new one. Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's not getting out. And no, he won't. It won't be life, but he won't get out.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see.
Okay, moving forward.
Yeah.
And lastly, for real.
Yeah.
I don't know what he puts up. Anyways, what you feel about the protests?
Yeah, so it's a lot of
King's Day.
Yeah, so the No Kings protest came as like at the same time as Trump was doing Flag Day.
Mm-hmm.
And Flag Day this year was on Trump's birthday. And at the same time, the world over apparently had a memo. I had no idea that this was gonna happen, so I don't know where the hell I was at. All over.
I heard it was gonna be protesting, but I didn't know it was gonna be the magnitude that it was.
Yeah, I thought I was hearing ICE protest, but I didn't know they had like a theme and like that. I didn't know that. But what we're talking about is the No Kings protest. The No Kings protest went down on June 14th, and basically 4 to 6 million people all over the world went and protested against ICE raids, economic inequality, the fact that it was a huge ass lavish military parade for Flag Day. Mm-hmm. It was a lot. And I just feel like that is just kind of where we are as a country right now. A lot of people are unhappy. There are a lot of people who feel like who voted for who voted for a Democrat in this last election. So those people already feel jaded. Mm-hmm. And then you got people who voted Republican who feel as if Trump isn't listening to what they're saying. So now they feeling jaded. A bunch of people just feeling the way right now. So yeah, I'm not surprised.
We probably shouldn't have voted for Trump.
I mean, hey, I know I'm hearing, and
somebody was like, it should just be a recount because something's just not adding up for all these people who are so against Trump now.
Yeah,
the votes is not adding up because how did he win the popular vote?
Because a lot of people were fed up with.
I get that, but that doesn't mean somebody of a different party will be the best. And I'm not gonna get into the party shit. But it's really who was the best candidate. And do we not know what happened last time when Trump was president? And instead of them even giving Kamala a chance, it was like, okay, fuck that.
Well, I'm just speaking for just some of the people that I've known. Well, for one, people felt like Kamala had a chance because she was vice. Even though a lot of people don't know
but she said she only had 100 days to campaign.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like because she was Biden's vice.
I mean,
that gave her some chances, and she only had and that goes down to a party thing because Joe Biden should have got the hell out of the way a long time ago. He should have said, "This is my last term. We need to figure out a triumphant Democrat person to get into this position and not stick them with 100 days to figure it out." That's what happened. Plus, because effectively, the Democratic Party lied to a lot of Americans to try to say that Joe Biden was up to par and that he wasn't old as hell and he wasn't deteriorating in front of us, and we saw that he was. Yeah. So they just lost I would say they just lost the trust of a lot of people, and some of those people went to go vote for Trump. But a lot of those people that I'm seeing now, people that was very champion Trump, now are like, what the hell is going on? I don't see how. I'm on this side of the fence, and I'm independent, but I'm on the side of the fence when it comes with you. It's like, how the hell did we expect anything else? This is literally what he did last time,
and what he said he was gonna do. I mean, I'm just not surprised. People are like, so now this and that, and I'm just like,
especially when it comes to the ICE too.
And he said what he was gonna do. This nigga was trying to build a wall the last time he was president. What did you think was gonna happen?
Right.
My mama said she was in Wilmington yesterday and she saw people getting raided by ICE.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And I think I was listening to the Breakfast Club today, and it basically came out that a lot of the people that are getting arrested aren't criminals.
They're not criminals. They're just Hispanic or whatever of descent.
Exactly. And like, I think the number's like real low.
So were they just trying to get were they trying to get people who are legal immigrants or both?
But well, they was trying to say they were trying to the way it was promoted at first was they were trying to get illegal immigrants that are criminals and are hurting society, and then it pivoted to just everybody.
Right.
And
I
then
thought it was gonna always just be everybody.
It pivoted. It sort of kind of pivoted. Trump put out some shit saying, "Hey, leave basically farm workers and things like that," because there's a lot of these different economies that are being affected because people hire undocumented workers to work in these places, and now they ain't got no workers. So he kind of pivoted and went back to saying just people that are committing crimes and shit, and then he pivoted again. Honestly, Trump has been pivoting so much that basically he'll put some shit out, see if people like it. If they don't like it, he'll switch it.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Now, I seen something where he was like, "Okay, no more war. Congratulations, we're done."
Yeah, it basically saying it was a ceasefire.
I felt like it was because majority of people was like, "Why the f are you doing that?"
Well, not to defend him, he said that the reason he attacked Iran is because Iran. Well, they say Iran. The reason he attacked them is because apparently that was going to help with these peace conversations. I don't know. That's just what I've seen. And it's a lot of misinformation and shit out here. Doesn't sound right at all, but that's just what he said. Yeah. So, the No Kings protest was crazy. We had a big one in North Carolina, a huge one. There was a lot of people everywhere, all over the city, all over the state. I'm glad that people were able to use their civic duties and exercise their civic duties and to actually go out there and protest and stuff. But I've seen a lot of places all over the world where these protests were met with crazy backlash. Like, police shooting non-lethal rubber bullets, all types. So yeah, shout out to everybody that did the No Kings protest and everything, peaceful protesting, and hopefully we can see some changes in this country real soon. I doubt it, but hey, man,
I always have hope.
Always have hope and all that shit. But without further ado,
favorite part of the podcast,
the favorite part of the hold on, we're gonna make it dramatic now. The favorite part of the show, man. You already know what time it is. It's time to spin the good old wheel. Yeah. Let's do it, man. Let's see what happens. What is your toxic trait in relationships?
I think to make this spicy, we should answer it on our own. Like, what's our toxic trait, and then have the other person do our toxic trait.
All right.
My toxic trait is being dramatic. That's a bit toxic of me, but I'm just dramatic, and
okay.
Sometimes I'm too dramatic to a fault. I don't know if it's toxic though.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? You said you answered it, then the other person answered. So this is your answer.
It can be. Sometimes I can be a little too demanding.
I'm dead.
And if I don't get what I want, I'm dramatic. But I'm not spoiled though. I am, but I'm not in a bad way because I'm very humble. Also, Another toxic thing is that when I'm about to start my cycle, I get really big. I just can't handle it. Even myself, I can't handle it. That could be a bit toxic because I don't care what I say sometimes.
Yeah, woman.
Yeah.
I think my toxic trait is that I think that I unintentionally am someone who believes in tough love. I didn't realize I was doing that until our relationship. But yeah, I'm one of those people I can tell you shut the up with love. Right? I can tell you that shit was stupid as hell with love. I'm not always trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not attacking you, but I can see how these different things can be contributed to that. Because if you hear me converse on a regular basis, you know that I mean this lovingly. But I can see how when I tell you shut the up, nigga, that may sound, and this sounds crazy, but I can see how that may sound like I may not like you, if that makes sense. But if you met my family, if you know the people that I'm around, then you understand. But yeah, I would say that's mine.
Howdy day. When I first met him and we were working on things, I was like, you kind of a little too mean.
You said I was mean. I was like, oh, I'm mean.
I'm like, you told me to shut the up, nigga.
I was like, you need to shut the up, though, nigga.
But I'm like,
She was, nigga was taken back.
I was thinking, who the are you talking to?
Right. Yeah. Right. Now, I know a lot of people gonna see that and be like, this nigga's abusive. He's verbally abusive and shit like that. And you can think what you want. But if you know me and you know the people I be around.
It wasn't until I met his family for real, and I'm like,
did you see where it was coming from? You see what I'm saying? Cause my mama talked to me like this all the goddamn time. Literally, I can call her. And the first thing she'll say is, you want, nigga. And it doesn't, and it's not like she don't want me to call. If anything, she wants me to call more. It's just how we communicate. It's just how we are. We're definitely not the standard family.
I think your toxic trait is
You're waiting to get this off. We're waiting.
No, actually, you have to think about it because
I'm that nigga. Because I'm that.
I ain't gonna lie. One of the ways is probably the way you talk to me sometimes. And that you're a bully.
I'm a bully?
You be bullying me.
Comment down below if you believe that I'm a bully. Comment that. I want to see this.
Comment being like, yeah, I remember that one time in 7th grade, he took my ice cream.
I ain't never been no bully to nobody.
Well, like he just said, sometimes it can come across, but like when I tell you stop, nigga, you keep doing it.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know, babe. Maybe you keep touching my mouth and hitting me up like, babe, stop. Babe, stop.
Who's
gonna try to do it.
Who?
Don't even try to act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Put the camera on your face and look how retarded you look. Exactly. Retarded. But
you shouldn't say retarded. That's up.
Sorry, slow.
That's better? That's better.
I don't know what I meant.
Man, anyway.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
What's my toxic trait?
Oh, dramatic as hell.
You wasn't gonna say that till I said that.
No, I was. And I think at times at times you can be a little nag like.
Okay.
But I know that comes because you care, so I don't care.
Okay.
What
do you mean by nagging? What's an example?
I don't have one.
No, you gotta. I provided an example.
I don't have one.
No, you just don't want to say it.
I don't have one.
Say it.
I don't have one. I know it when I hear it.
Like, what do you mean by nagging, though? Like, what do you mean by that?
Woman. That's why I don't want to say nothing. It's women shit.
Oh.
Like with the air filter.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
That's an
Yeah,
example.
I know what he's talking about.
If-
I tell them to do things 10 times because they don't get done the first time. But that is a woman
or
thing. That is a woman.
it didn't happen when you said it should happen.
And I take accountability for that because I also seen recently that is a woman thing that women do.
Right.
We want it done when we want it to be done. If it's not done when we want it to be done,
right.
I'm gonna just either do it myself, or I'm gonna get mad. But the thing is, I would change it myself if I knew how to. For one, and two, regardless, why does it take a woman to say so many times in a sentence? Because honestly,
Oh shit!
since
Here we go
I
again.
got the air filter, which is a few months ago, I asked you to change it. I did though. I went to go get it myself when I got the batteries for the fire, the smoke detector.
Right.
So that was then when I got the air filter, and I said, "Babe, can you change it?" Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just yesterday, you changed it.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about.
2 months though, because now I remember it was from 2 months ago that I actually changed it. Mind you, they wanted to change our air filter once a month, and only then when the AC stops working and being weird and stuff, then he'd be like, "Damn, babe, I don't know why it's reading 78, but it's on 64." The air filter. But I digress.
Oh, damn! Now you're digressing, nigga. We've been talking about this for the last 2 minutes.
I'm digressing. I just wanted to counteract what you said.
This is why I didn't want to. This is why I didn't want to do it. This is why I didn't want to say it, because I knew this was gonna come. See. Man, anyway.
Why we here? What kind of question is this?
Is struggle a rite of passage in the Black community? I think it's a good question.
It is, but like, it's such a random question. Then what would you say?
Well, nigga, we're on the Out the Blue podcast, nigga. Comes out the blue out here.
Random.
That's kind of the whole premise of the goddamn show. You feel me?
That's why you don't need. That's why you don't need control of the soundboard. Because why you gotta do that?
Because I'm making it's easier to watch. You see when it don't happen when she wanted it to happen. You see how it happens? You see what happens? You see?
I meant
exactly. But I'm the nigga that be getting attacked and beaten. I'm the nigga that be doing all that. Anyway, do I think it's a struggle, a rite of passage in the Black community? You would think that shit. I think it's a good question to ask. I don't think it is, but to a lot of Black people, it is. I think struggle is a rite of passage with anything.
True.
Anything that you want that's worth a damn, you're gonna have to struggle for. At some point, you're gonna have to struggle in a relationship. You're gonna have to struggle to get your first car, to get your first house. You're gonna have to struggle to get a job. You're gonna have to struggle to lose weight. You're gonna have to struggle to gain weight. You're gonna have to struggle to get friends. You're gonna struggle to keep friends. You're gonna have to struggle to do everything. But I feel like this is a good question because I do feel like a lot of Black people don't know what life is like outside of a struggle. And I've had the privilege to see where was like, we're not struck like this next check doesn't make or break what the happens to me. Seeing that, it's like, what, nigga? Mm-hmm. Like with your people, shout out to Jeff and Tina.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff and Tina.
Like they just go places and pay for everybody. Yeah. Like that's like. No, I think struggle is a rite of passage for everybody. But I think Black people internalize our struggle, and internalized struggle over time seems like culture. What do you think?
Clock it. I agree. You couldn't have said it better than me. I know that was dry, but I really disagree with everything that you said.
Okay.
I think black people want to like make it seem like there's more struggle in us. Maybe there is.
Could be.
But we ain't the only people that's struggling. Obviously, niggas is getting deported from ICE.
Right.
We're not the only ones that's struggling. I think
white people would be homeless.
And I think once we like figure that out, like or understand that better, like it's not just us.
Yeah.
It might be more of us, but it's not just us. It'll be better.
It's the us we see.
We see, but it's not just us.
Yeah, it's definitely not just us. Definitely not.
Yeah. Well, you hate that everybody else love pickles.
Pickles.
Hate pickles.
Can't stand pickles. Never.
I'm like,
been
maybe
a fan.
when I have a baby in the
never
future,
been a fan.
future, near like far future, maybe I want a pickle, but I just
Nah, never like pickles. I ain't like the pickles that you usually get from the corner store that people used to put shit in.
Mamas?
Yeah, I didn't like
Mamas
them.
love them pickles.
I don't like pickle flavor. I don't like if you put pickles on my chicken sandwich, it ruins the sandwich. I don't see how.
Pickle.
Right, I don't see how anybody can eat a chicken sandwich with pickles on it.
I don't know.
Because now it's a pickle sandwich with a side of chicken. Cause maybe we're just being dramatic.
No,
because
if something touches something that has pickle,
it's not pickle, right?
Yeah,
pickle take over everything.
Yeah,
it's pickle lemonade. It's pickle, it's pickled
pizza.
It's pickle what is it?
Fries.
They do like pickle. It's certain vegetables you can pickle and put on plates and
carrots.
Shit. Yeah, pickled carrots, pickled onions.
Thing.
Like you can pickle everything.
Pickled onions, I feel like
pickled sausage.
I don't know what the that is.
They sell that at corner stores too. The little.
Oh yeah, no. Pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs, yeah.
Pickled pig feet.
Right.
Yeah, no.
So I haven't been a fan, but I know some people that love pickles.
I don't like pickles, but I don't mind like a vinegar with cucumbers and onions. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like a salad.
That sounds like one of them spicy balls.
No, it's like a cucumber salad where it's like cucumbers, onions, vinegar, salt, pepper.
No idea what you're talking about.
So. I like balsamic vinegar. Like I like pickly taste sometimes, but I don't like pickles.
Yeah, pickle. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know some people that really die about them pickles.
My mom and sister love pickles. They eat it out the jar.
My boss Brittany, shout out to Brittany, she loves pickles. A lot of people and they can just snap and just eat them hoes.
My mom and my sister.
I don't know what it is. I tried.
My mom would get a side of pickles, fried pickles. I tried one.
I don't really like fried vegetables, to be honest.
You like okra?
A couple bites of okra. I don't like OD amounts of okra. We used to have a neighbor. His name was Randolph. And shout out to Mr. Randolph. Mr. Randolph used to bring us bags of okra, like trash bags filled with nothing but okra. And now, just in case Mr. Randolph ever watched this podcast, I'm not gonna say what happened to all that okra, but we did use a lot of it. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I think pickles. What else? Everyone hates, loves driving fast. I hate driving fast.
Yeah,
I hate. You can't agree, but I hate like going over the like. I hate.
Should not do.
I'm not that. I'm not one of the people that's gonna race Siri.
You're not gonna race, but that speedometer do be hitting 60.
Yeah, in places where I can't hit 60.
Like where?
In places where the speed limit is like 50.
Right.
I hit
not
60.
45.
No, I don't hit 60 and 45.
And do you realize that even if you just said that even if you hit 60 and 50, that's still speeding.
You get a 10 mile. You used to get a 10-mile grace period. Now in North Carolina, they still do it, but they don't supposed to. 12 is not gonna pull you over.
They pulled my friend over on the Merc because she was doing it was 35. She was doing 43 and a 35 with 7 miles per hour. Now they didn't give her a ticket, gave her a warning, but they still pulled her.
Man, I ain't been pulled, and I know I've done like 10 over in front of 12. Yeah, I don't like driving fast. Yeah, she just likes to. She just wanted to shit on my. It's just, by the way, that speedometer was reading 60. What that gotta do with anything? Anyway,
One more
but yeah,
before I beat this nigga up.
she ain't gonna do shit. Ain't gonna do a goddamn. I ain't gonna do shit. Sit there and take it. Right.
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
You dragging it.
Not around here. I ain't believing it, man. It's not moving me.
What's one lesson that you had to learn the hard way?
Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Reminded. But yeah, you have to learn that the hard way. No matter how much a person tell you, that nigga's not shit. Gotta learn it the hard way.
Man,
and these hoes ain't either.
Facts. I would say a lesson that I had to learn the hard way is that as a man, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be apologizing for everything.
I knew you was gonna go deep with this.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna go too deep.
As a man, 9 times out of 10 in your life, you gotta apologize for everything.
You're gonna have to do a lot of apologizing.
Which I see why you say that. But why you say that?
Even if you're right, you gotta apologize. Why you said it?
Why you think that is so?
It's just the duty of a man.
The man's world.
Yeah, even like me and you can have a crazy argument right now in front of everybody, and I could be dead ass the right, but if I don't communicate it in a way that is conducive or helpful to the situation, they're gonna say I'm wrong. So you're gonna have to say I'm sorry. That's why I say I'm wrong. They're gonna say that's why I'm always saying I'm sorry. Even for shit I ain't sorry about, but I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
Well, babe, I don't want you to feel that way because I realize you do that, and I'm like, what are you sorry for? You don't gotta be sorry with me.
Somebody gotta be sorry.
It ain't you. You're not sorry.
Somebody got to do it, man. I'm gonna do one more because that was not the one I thought. Can you love someone and still cheat? I know a Briz answer. I know.
I want you to answer. And I hope this clip gets posted and gets some notoriety because I want you to answer this. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, why you don't want to answer?
Your stance on this is just so amazing that I've never even heard this before. But awaken somebody else's eyes.
All right, so can you love someone and still cheat? I wholeheartedly believe yes, because a lot of people don't cheat because something's wrong. They cheat because, especially niggas do it because they just want to go over there, clap something right quick, get the out of there. It's never because that is fell in love with that person that they're cheating with and they're trying to take them and go somewhere else. And no, it's just they wanted to bust a jug right quick. That's that. He never fell out of love with you. Now, the thing about it though, especially with this thing, because there's no gray area to anything. I definitely think that these two things can be separate and they can be together. I think that you can cheat on someone and love them, and you can not love someone and cheat on them. I feel like it's definitely not a one size fit all question, but to answer the question, can you love someone and still cheat? Absolutely. Because sometimes it's just what you own right then. Is it right? No, but I definitely think that it's possible.
Okay. I see where he's coming from. I can see why he say, you know what, damn, I did cheat, but I still love her. But
especially if it's on some shit where you're just trying to clap.
Why not just clap your girlfriend or your partner?
That's always gonna be the answer. That's always gonna be the question.
I mean, answer it.
I can't answer that because every situation is different. But
why not just do that?
Because sometimes you might be in a situation
you have
where
access to that. What if you have access to that though?
A lot of times, well, I can't say a lot of times, but I can only speak for myself. It's been times where I didn't have access to that.
Right.
So it's not.
But if you do have access to, because there's niggas that have access to a good person, and yet still cheat.
But sometimes people just do it for the rush.
Facts, but people like a nigga could have or a female could have somebody at home that does what they need to do, loves them abundantly, and everything else, and somehow
because it's not about love. It's about doing some. It's not about love.
But you intentionally doing something to hurt somebody, is that still loving them?
That's the question, right? Because I know
like it just slipped in or it just happened. I just personally couldn't do that to you.
Yeah. And well, first of all, we're taking ourselves out of this. I'm answering the question, man.
I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is, those two things can be different. Okay. You can go on someone and not have nothing to do with that person.
That's
you just did that shit just
cause. But do people not understand
that still hurts the person you're talking to? Absolutely, they understand that. That's the bad part.
And that person supposed to be like, okay, you know what? He's still.
Now there's certain people that like that. As you saw, we were trying to catch up. Well, I'm trying to catch her up on the shot. There's certain people that's with that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's with, like, you can go. We know someone. Not gonna put that shit out like that, but we know someone that was the case. Like, I know
it almost kind of hit rock bottom.
But then they married. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
all I can say is to each his own.
It is. It's no one size fit all. There's always a lot of gray area to this shit. All I say is just do what works for your relationship and don't do anything to someone that you wouldn't want done to yourself. Then that's real. That if you abide by those golden rules, you should be good. And if you set the guideline like, hey, nigga, it's exclusively me and you, nigga, none of nobody else, then that's that. But I definitely don't think that just because someone necessarily cheats on someone, that doesn't mean that they don't love them. It just means that person is selfish.
True.
That person is absolutely selfish and did not consider your feelings in this. That's what's the truth. Just because your feelings aren't being considered at the moment doesn't mean that he still doesn't care for those feelings. He just didn't give a fuck in that 15 minutes or 5 minutes about your feelings.
Right.
And this is what he was going to go do and get right back. For niggas. For 9 times out of 10, what I've seen with niggas. Now, there are some situations where he didn't love that bitch. And whatever. But
he didn't love that.
He didn't love that. He did not like that. He did not like that bitch. But yeah, it's just everything's different. And two things can be true at the same time. Yep. Yeah, man. But
that being said,
exactly, where can people find you, babe?
All right, on Instagram and on TikTok, you can follow me at Zell.Bria, and on Twitter, aka X, you can follow me at Bria be ballin' because I be what.
Yeah. The man with the soundboard. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on everything at Mindmasters Chris, especially on Twitch. Your boy be streaming on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. Boy be streaming Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Weekend streams. Tap in with the Twitch. Got a lot of going, and I'm working on some other stuff. Always working on things.
Comment down below if you know what that dance is.
Yeah, if you know, we started to show off like. Yeah, if you know what this is, what's this? If you grew up during that time, what's this? Bonus question, if you can tell me the name of the song. The name of the song and why were niggas doing that.
Okay.
So, yeah. Well, there's a lot of dope stuff coming in life, as well as the podcast, as well as just good old Mind Masters Media in general. There's a lot of great stuff coming in Mind Masters. Make sure that you are tuned in. A lot of good shows are in the works. It's a lot of happening, man. So make sure that you are tuned in and yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel because that's where all of the video versions of everything will be. It will be on the YouTube channel at Mind Masters EST 2014.
Hell yeah.
So. And make sure you stay up with us at the podcast at www.outthebluepodcast.com. Yeah, you did? You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, man. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, Peace. Hold on. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hold it down. You know what's going on. Hey, man, don't listen to this.
Say the movie, dog.
Say the movie, dog.
Say the movie, dog. Say the movie, dog.
Until next time, people.
Peace.